Hi, and welcome to the Think Thin program. Put on there a solution to a healthy life. It doesn't matter whether you've got a few pounds to lose or 50 pounds to lose. This is an effective way of losing weight. And I'm sorry about the byline, you've probably heard it hundreds of times before. I'm going to try and keep this brief and to the point. If you've got questions, email me or get in touch with me. I'll do my best. If you're anything like me, over the years I've tried all the diets. I've lost weight only to put it back on, and I got to a point where I wanted to make changes stick. I wonder how many of you are fed up of feeling bad about yourselves and fed up with not being able to wear what you want to wear, confused maybe about what you should and shouldn't be eating, and let's not talk about the research. Not knowing that some foods are actually addictive and destroy any chance you have of losing weight. I'm fed up with no energy, feeling yucky all the time. Well, I wonder how many of you tried the quick fix, lose weight fast merchants. No, I have. All sorts of things. And interestingly, I just saw on Sky News over Christmas that there are more reported frauds this time of year regarding slimming pills than any other type of internet fraud. And I've certainly been done by a couple of those where you sign up and you can't unsign and you find money going out of your bank that you didn't really want to. So why do slimming programs seem to work for a while? I mean, it's pretty obvious really to anybody. The maths, less in equals lose weight, more exercise equals less maths. But there's a couple of things that happen after you've been through your denial and abstinence period. You immediately resume bad habits and you sabotage your own success. Sometimes your friends do. Say, oh, you look so thin, and that can just be enough to put you back into the mindset of eating what you want when you want. And sometimes you have to wait, and I know I've spelt it wrong there, but deliberately it's a play on words, until you feel bad enough to actually change things, or until you have a goal like a wedding or something of that ilk. But once the goal's achieved, once you've got there, it's very easy to slip back into bad ways. Money in the bank. A lot of weight loss programs, especially the better well-knowns, are well aware of this effect, this yo-yo effect. You lose it for a while, you attend their sessions, and then you go back to your old ways. In fact, they bank on it. They bank on the fact that once you've done it, you will go back to them. And obviously that's money in the bank for them. Some of them do attempt to tackle some of the issues, but I'm not sure that any of them really get to the core of the problem. And of course, certainly in my experience with some of them, they seem to treat everybody the same, whereas we're all different. We've all got our own reasons for doing what we do and how we got where we got and ways of dealing with things. As you've probably seen if you've looked at my stuff, I'm a gastric band therapist, qualified one. But even gastric band surgery, which is obviously in the celebrity news these days, fails to live up to the hype. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One is, before the op, you've got to lose weight before. Anything up to around 2 to 3 stones. Obviously you've got all the surgical complications and risks. Something like 70 to 80% of people that have the surgery have some kind of complication afterwards. So the failure rates are quite high once you've had the operation, even if you have a tremendous weight loss. You can download my figures on that, and I'll show you where at the end of this little video. Post-op you can get some dreadful reactions. You have to have adjustments regularly, which are very uncomfortable. Your stomach is shrunk to the size of a golf ball. And obviously again we talk about the complications, reactions, and haven't really addressed your eating habits. I know you have to change them quite drastically, but once you get down to where you want to be, it's easy to slip back to how you've been all your life. So what's so different about hypnotic band therapy or gastric band therapy? Well, we use lots of different techniques. We don't just use hypnosis. We use CBT, which is cognitive behavioural therapy, an NLP, neuro-linguistic program, which are some very neat ways of reframing your thinking instantly. We reframe your thoughts to actually think like a thin person, and we give you good coping strategies for dealing with failure, dealing with certain strategic situations like going out to a fast food outlet and that kind of thing. It deals with those sabotaging thoughts, that little voice in your head that tells you that it's okay to have that third piece of chocolate cake. And your permission thoughts, what gives you permission to eat those things? How do you talk to yourself inside your head? And we also teach you to eat what you want when you want. How to get motivated, because we all know the maths. You eat less and exercise more, you'll lose weight. But how can you make that a permanent facet of your life to do that? And what are the tips to actually get motivated each morning or whenever you want to go out and do exercise? And how do you climb back on the bike when you've fallen off, so you've lost all your weight or you've lost a good portion of the weight and you're slipping back? How do you get back on? And for me, the biggest part of this program is unleashing the power of your own mind on automatic pilot. Put it just like a jet plane, and all these things happen naturally. And we go through all of that. Thin people have increased motivation to eat healthy foods. They've got decreased interest in problematic foods, much greater motivation for exercise, and as a result of probably all those three, they have much improved body confidence and greater self-acceptance. I think you can probably identify with all of those. I certainly can, as a former fatty myself. So as I just said before, what you'll learn, how to turn around that little voice in your head, how to answer back, turn it into a positive. Yes, it can actually be quite good saying no, and we can soon get you in the habit of saying no. And we can show you how to overcome temptation in any situation. You know, the situation where you're suddenly invited out for a plush meal. How do you go for that meal and decide, or go to a fast food outlet and decide to have just a burger or a veggie burger instead of the works? So there's ways that we can help you overcome that. And how can you turn cravings into healthy ones? I fancy a piece of chocolate or a bag of chips. How can I turn that into I want a lettuce leaf? Sounds a bit impossible, but yes, we can do that. And we teach you how to feel hunger, because one of the things I certainly know from my past experiences, overweight people easily eat when they're not hungry. We almost forget to learn how to feel the hunger. And also we forget to feel full. So we can give you the tools to learn both of those very important things. Because thin people only eat for energy and when they're hungry. But overweight people tend to just eat for comfort, and we've all got our excuses. And again, we can show you how to eat what you want, when you want, and still lose weight really fast, actually. So you can find out how thin people think, And quickly, and I mean really quickly, adopt these attitudes to your everyday life and learn how to be in control. Doesn't matter how much weight you've got to lose, or whether you just actually want to learn a huge new way of eating healthily and being in control of your diet or your food habits rather than them being in control of you. Yes, we include gastric band therapy. There is a gastric band therapy op in the program. You don't have to do it if you don't want. Most people would, because it's part of the strategic long-term program of reframing your healthy eating habits. And it works. It works. The Gastric Band program or the Think Thin program works. Over 80% of people love it, and it's so simple, so easy to follow. And last bit there, and as a hypnotherapist, diet. We don't condone any form of published diet. I know I have got a suggested eating plan, but really as a way to reframe your thinking and give you a suggested what is a healthy way of eating. And we would say as a hypnotherapist, it's a a program to die for. So what's included on the program? It's a 12-week course, and we have fortnightly webinars, and you pay per fortnightly webinar, but you have access to all of the webinars for the 12 weeks, and you have access to all the hypnotic sessions for the whole of the 12 weeks. There are a large amount of help books, very, very detailed workbooks. We give you some mind movies. They're short movies to help you reframe your thinking. And ongoing support, we can do that either by the online help centre. There you can help one another and support each other, ask questions, see how other people did it. But it's monitored as well, so if you've got any issues, we can deal with those on a case-by-case basis on the forum. And also it means that you can look at other things that can help you along your journey as well. Put this picture in here because it means a lot to me. I know that my weight loss journey, I won't, I can't, I don't know. I've certainly gone through all of these stages more than once. So what does it cost? Cost of gastric band surgery can be up to £6,000, and maybe a little bit less if you go abroad, maybe a little bit more. The normal cost of gastric band therapy itself, if you was to book it, is anywhere from £600 to £1,200. That's a ballpark figure. And the normal cost of a hypnosis session can be anywhere from around £1,800 to £150. And all of these items on the right hand side there are included in your fortnightly fee, which is obviously the whole course, the books, the webinars, the hypnosis sessions and the support. The cost is equivalent to £4.95 a week. We take it fortnightly, so it works out at £9.90 per fortnight. And here are the ways that you can sign up or express an interest. We're hoping to start the next course in the middle of January. We will advise you as soon as we start. And you can go to the website and sign up there. You can email me at heather@motivateplus.com, or you can copy and paste that URL there, which has got a sign up form there. But please, if you've got any questions at all about the program, just drop me a line and I'll do my best to get back within a few hours and answer you as fully as I possibly can. Oh yes, and before I go, just to let you know where you can download the Gastric Band overview. if you go onto the website www.motivate-plus.com and either go and look at the Gastric Band page or go and look on the shop, you can download it for free. It's quite authoritative and informative. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you on the course.